Good morning, you guys. It is January 9th, 2019, and today I want to talk about the Rams and the Cowboys, the divisional round matchup in LA on Saturday. You guys, I will be very disappointed if the Cowboys lose this game. If we were going against a juggernaut like the Saints or something like that, I would be like, you know what? We had a good season. We just ran across the better team. Shit happens. You know, we did what we were supposed to do. Well, we exceeded all expectations. We started out 3-5. We ended up winning the division. We ended up winning a playoff game. This season was a success. But looking at the Rams matchup, we have all the tools to win that game. We should win that game. That's like no disrespect to the Rams. It's going to sound like disrespect, but no disrespect to them. The matchups are in the Cowboys' favor. The Rams have a strong defensive front four, okay? But they have one of the weaker run defenses in the NFL. So what does that tell you? That tells you that Aaron Donald and those other defensive linemen, they're more focused on rushing the passer than stopping the run. How do you have Aaron Donald, who in my opinion is the best defensive lineman in the NFL? How do you have the best defensive lineman, but you're like on the bottom half of run defense? Doesn't make sense to me. That shows you that their priorities are somewhere else. And when you look at that linebacking core is subpar, and the secondary is questionable at best. The Cowboys have all the tools to exploit all of those weaknesses. You have the best running back in the game with Zeke. You can control the clock. You can keep the ball away from Jared Goff in that explosive offense. You have Blake Jarwin. You have Cole Beasley. Those two can attack those linebackers. You also have Ezekiel Elliott, who can also attack those linebackers in the passing game. And then when you look at the questionable secondary, y'all, Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters are overrated. Did you see what Michael Thomas did? He just straight up sunned Marcus Peters in that game. Those two are overrated. Amari Cooper can exploit them. Michael Gallup can exploit them. And when it comes to the defensive side, when you look at the Dallas defense, the reason why, if you look at that Chicago-LA game that was in Chicago last year and late in the season, the reason why the LA Rams struggled is because, number one, Todd Gurley couldn't do anything. And number two, Jared Goff could not attack those linebackers. The linebackers were so athletic, so speedy. If the LA Rams' weakness is speedy, athletic linebackers that can stop Todd Gurley and can stop, because modern offenses now, they attack between the numbers. They attack the zones in the middle of the field, tight end, and possession receivers. That's why Jared Goff has struggled with Cooper Kupp gone, because he can't. It's difficult to attack that zone, to attack between the numbers, because Cooper Kupp is gone. And so, when you have athletic, speedy linebackers who can control the middle of the field, who can stop you from attacking the numbers, that's going to limit Jared Goff. And also, when you look at, now, of course, they're explosive on the outside, the LA Rams. That's why you got Byron Jones. That's why you got Chido Beawuzia. If those two can just have a normal, steady game, we can win this game. And the defensive front, we need DeMarcus Lawrence, we need Randy Gregory, Tyrone Crawford. We need those guys to create some pressure, because Jared Goff does not operate well under pressure. He just doesn't. And when it comes to the quarterback position, who do you trust more, Dak Prescott or Jared Goff? Jared Goff reminds me of Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz. He reminds me of those quarterbacks, those quarterbacks that have the talent, but do they have the mental fortitude and the willpower to will their team to victory? I don't think so. I think you can break Jared Goff mentally. I think so. And who do I trust more? I trust Dak more. Dak has the heart of a lion. He's mentally tough. he takes all the criticism and all the shit that he gets, he takes it on the chin, and he goes out there on the field and he proves you wrong. Jared Goff, on the other hand, he doesn't strike me as an alpha. He doesn't strike me as someone who's mentally tough. And he doesn't strike me as someone who can will his team to victory. He's like Matt Ryan. He's like Carson Wentz. When we went against Seattle, the reason why I was scared of Seattle is because Russell Wilson is mentally tough. Russell Wilson does have a heart of a lion. Russell Wilson is what Dak Prescott aspires to be. That's why I was really afraid of Seattle. And plus, Seattle really mirrored us as well. Great running attack, good defense. So you always fear what you are. When you're fighting fire with fire, and it can go either way. That's why I was nervous about the Seattle game. When it comes to the Rams game, they have weaknesses that you can exploit. They're not as physically tough as the Seattle Seahawks. And that's why you can exploit them. That's why you can punch them in the mouth. And that's why you can win. So you guys, I'm going to have more to say on this game. I'm not trying to disrespect the LA Rams, but I have to call it like I see it. They're a finesse team. And with finesse, you can punch in the mouth with physicality. We have the tools to do that. And that's why I wanted them. And that's why I think we can win. I'm just saying.